It's game day, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, everybody? It's yours truly, God's favorite host, your home for Maryland Terps, football, basketball, and all things athletics. It's game day. We're about an hour out. I got the official pregame show. Maryland football 2-0 against Towson, 2-0 in-state rivals, both looking to move to 3-0. Towson with big wins over Michael Vick and Norfolk State and Morgan State University, Maryland football, beating Florida Atlantic and Northern Illinois, who moves to 3-0 today here on the Maryland football pregame show. Make sure you guys strip sack that subscribe button, hit stick and tackle that thumbs up, and blitz that bell. Comment down below your prediction for the game as we are about an hour away from kickoff on the Flex Podcast. Thank you guys for joining us. We will be live tonight with the post game show, and we will be live tonight with Canelo and Terrence Crawford fight as well. Thank you guys for joining me here today. Let's get into it. The Terps look to extend their FBS high non-conference win streak. The last game for Maryland football at College Park this month is an in-state clash with Towson. The Terps did improve in some aspects from the first to the second game, especially penalties and mental errors. I can definitely see that as well. Self-inflicted wounds are key to this season, and if they can improve on them weekly with the young team, I think they can be more successful than maybe even we projected heading into the season. Now, Towson provides an opportunity for Maryland to clean up them issues. Noon kickoffs, like I said, we are less than an hour away from kickoff. Now, Maryland and Towson, both in-state rivals. Towson is actually 2-0. They were 7-5 last year, 5-3 in the Coastal Athletic. Pete Shinnick leading Towson for his third year. Now, they did lose their first game, which was the 2023 season opener. They lost that game 38-6. In his third, Shinnick has helped keep the program. They are 14-11 over his first three seasons, but a big win over Maryland would do wonders for a school like Towson. Like I said to myself, this is their Super Bowl. This is their biggest game, maybe in the last 2-3 years. If they can come in here and really shock the world, I'm sure they're going to get the best effort from the Towson Tigers or the Terps today. Like I said, they beat Norfolk State, Michael Vick's debut down there. They beat Morgan State, and now they come to Maryland. So they played two games also. So it's going to be interesting to see what Towson brings to the table. Now, Andrew Endorf is a freshman quarterback. It will be a matchup of the freshman quarterbacks. He is a rookie. He is a freshman. They have a lot of upperclassmen, but he is the quarterback. Now, Nathan Kent, who started against Maryland in 2023, is the graduate student. He's on the roster, but the unranked freshman and Pete Shinnick has shown faith in him. He has a 65.3% completion percentage with 186.5 yards per game, 4 touchdowns, but the biggest key, no turnovers, no interceptions. So maybe force a turnover would be a nice key to the game today. John Dunmore, graduate wide receiver, number 0. Endorf is number 13. Dunmore has been the favorite target of Endorf, and he's led the team in receptions with 11 and receiving yards with 128, 2 touchdowns as well. Former Oregon State product looking to step up for Towson. So someone that Maryland's going to have to contend with again on the outside. CJ McClendon, graduate linebacker, number 4. He is a unique piece to this defense, 6'1", 180, plays linebacker and slot safety, playmaker on both sides, team leading 15 tackles, 6 solo tackles, and 2.5 tackles for loss and a sack. Aaron Clark, redshirt freshman D lineman, number 99, very versatile, very hard to scheme for, and he can line up everywhere on the defensive line as well, and he's an anchor in the run. And 1 solo tackle. Now, Towson is very good against the run. Norfolk State and Morgan State both tried to run the ball. They had success. 3.5 yards per carry on 69 total carries. Maryland's got to find a running game today because they got a tough test next week against Wisconsin. Now, Towson's strength is the run defense, but their weakness is their runs. They struggle to run the ball, 66 attempts and 3 yards per carry. So they're trying to run the ball to take pressure off the freshmen. Not doing a good job with that as well. So that leads me to believe there could be some advantages for the Terps defensive line against this offensive line as well. Now, Michael Oxley did played defensive back at Towson from 1988 to 1991, his alma mater, and he worked as a defensive back and special teams coach for the program after graduating. It's his second career contest against his alma mater as head coach, and the Terps have won 17 consecutive non-conference games at the FBS level. Towson should be a layup to extend that streak into next year or a bowl game maybe later this year as well. So if they win today, the conference leading streak of winning against non-conference teams and non-conference games will go from 17 to 18. And like they said, we probably won't have to worry about this record again until potentially next season, unless they go to a lower level bowl and they play a team out of the non-conference schedule. And honestly, the Terps have a major opportunity here, little bit of a dip, I guess, to some in competition, but I think it's a step up because you have to improve on what you did from week 1, week 2, and week 3. And as I always say with this team, you're at home, you want to give the fans something to cheer about, play an exciting brand of football. You got to start fast. Start fast, no turnovers, 5 penalties or less, and find a running game. Can they rush for over 125 yards? Is that too much to ask? Can the offensive line impose their will against lower competition and set up a running game that can help out the freshman quarterback? And my fifth key is protect Malik Washington and, like I said, dominate the line of scrimmage. So start fast, 0 turnovers, 5 penalties or less, rush for over 125 yards. The highest they had was the first game against Florida Atlantic, which was 112, and then only 86 against Northern Illinois, which they were a stout defense. But and then number 5, offensive line, dominate the defensive line, impose the will, dominate the line of scrimmage. Because if you start fast, give the fans something to cheer about. You play an exciting brand of football. You don't turn the ball over. You don't have self-inflicted. You have single-digit penalties. You find a running game, which you need in the worst way because that is only going to help you in Big Ten play starting next week. Offensive line can impose their will against their defensive line, I think they'll be fine. Defensively, defensive line, stop the run. They're going to try to run the ball. They got a freshman quarterback. Make them one dimensional and stop the run. Then from there, pin your ears back, pressure the freshman, force a turnover. And then lastly, no big plays. No big plays. So defensively is pretty simple. Stop the run, make them one dimensional, get pressure on the young quarterback, force a turnover, defensive line dominate the offensive line, and no big plays. Don't let them, break out a trick play or a gadget play or a lapse in coverage or a communication issue. And I honestly think this team should be able to win handily. And I think they're like what 20 plus point favorites at home today. So I mean, they should be able to, like I said, dominate today against that better than maybe people are giving them credit for. I do think they are well. Think that they are. I think they have some really good talent. They've had some really, really good teams. A walk in the park. I don't want them to look past what they're going to do potentially. So now it's a 20.5 point spread. That sucks because I don't know if Maryland's going to cover that. Now, could I see Maryland winning, I don't know, 34 to 13? I could see like 34-13, 34-16 maybe. And I think they should be able to cruise. I think Malik Washington should be out of the game by the fourth quarter. And maybe you put some backups in and keep this team healthy and maybe get a little up for next week going to Madison, Wisconsin. Wisconsin coming off a game against, so they could be a little beat up. I know Billy Edwards is still out. So those are some things to look forward to. Like I said, I think Maryland should win this game, no question. I honestly think they will. And I really want to play with the effort today against Towson University. But like I said, we will be live tonight with the post game show. We will recap the game and give you my thoughts. And I got to do a Baltimore Ravens preview as well. So we'll get that out today also. So we'll do that. But I think Maryland wins 34-13. And hopefully the starters are out in the fourth quarter. But stay tuned. We got plenty of Maryland coverage and plenty of Maryland content. I love how Maryland plays against non-conference teams. They don't F around. Really grinded out a win last week. They improved on the self-inflicted. Like I said, no turnovers, start fast, find a running game, impose your goal on the offense and defensive lines, force a turnover. Don't have any lapses in communication because they can't beat you with their best against their best. And just dominate from the beginning. Play fast, get the crowd into it, pin your ears back, make them one dimensional. Like I said, don't play with your food and get the job done. I'm going with Maryland 34-13. You want to flex on podcast, you're home for Maryland Terps football, basketball, and athletics. Make sure you guys tap that subscribe button, tackle that thumbs up, blitz that bell. Sound off in the comment section, give me your prediction for the game, and I'll see you later tonight with a post game and recap, as well as we'll do some Ravens content as well. Maryland and Towson should be a fun game today in the show. Obviously playing his alma mater, two freshman quarterbacks. Towson, who I think is a little bit better than maybe people think, but really well coached, like Northern Illinois was. And I think Maryland, they got to prove that they can win these games. They should. Very light out of conference schedule. Continue that streak. I think Washington continue to build confidence and find some things you can do well with the running game getting into Wisconsin because that's going to be the key as you get in the Big Ten play. Being able to run the football, help your freshman quarterback out, and then open up the playbook with play action and opportunities down the field. I think Maryland receivers have played well, and the tight ends, I would look for another big day from them. Maybe a couple of nice big plays down the field to really show what they've done. I love what Pep Hamilton and the offensive staff have done. Todd Monachino and their defense is one of the best in the country right now. And I want to see them continue to dominate and play fast and physical. I'm going with Maryland 34-13. I want to see special teams continue to do what they've done, make the kicks, good returns, and good punts. So I'm going with Maryland to move to 3-0 as they have a big time matchup next Saturday in Madison against Big Ten rival Wisconsin. Have a good day, everybody. We'll see you later with the recap of the game.